Our affirmation, once again, divine love is powerful in restoring my body, mind, and spirit. And when we talk about divine love in this context, there are two different levels of that. There's the divine love that we get from God above, and there's also the divine love in us that we send out. Because, of course, if we aren't sending out divine love to everybody else, then that interferes with the harmony of our own body, mind, and spirit. So we know that God is always with us and within us, and that divine love that we receive from Him is always working to be restorative for our mind, our body, and our spirit. So as you're faced with a situation and you're finding yourself in a challenging place, especially when it comes to relationships, and these days everybody has it. Unfortunately, we find ourselves in a lot of situations where we're at odds with a neighbor or a coworker, family members, in-laws, and we are challenged to keep ourselves as vehicles of divine love, because a lot of times we get into the moment and we get into an angry place, or we get into a place of resentment, and we forget to stop and be divine love. We forget to put that forth. And so that disrupts the harmony in your own body, mind, and spirit. So the next time you find yourself in a challenging circumstance or situation, somebody is not being as neighborly as you like, or a coworker isn't being as much of a team worker, or your family. I know a lot of us, at times we have challenges with family members. This is the time when we need to express the divine love, the harmony to our body, mind, and spirit. We also need to remember that this is with us and within us all the time. Because I hear sometimes people say, well, I just don't have it in me to be nice today. I don't have it in me to do this or that. And of course, we know we always do. And it can be a deeper effort. You've got to dig down and reach deep for it to be that kinder, loving, divine love person. Our question for the week is, do I turn to the divine love with me and within me? So when you find yourself in a challenging circumstance or situation, are you reaching down and grabbing in that deep place? Are you mustering up, even though you want to be reactionary and maybe angry or upset or retaliatory when a person or a circumstance or a situation comes up? And this is the time when you need to realize that there is this divine love in me. I have it to send out. I can be that person, even though it's not the most convenient. I think I mentioned to several of you that recently I moved. Actually, just yesterday, I did the big move. There was one very challenging incident with a bureau drawer that I just let that bureau drawer have it. And afterwards, I was very ashamed of myself for some of the language I used. But luckily, it was just the bureau drawer, because it had come apart and it wouldn't realign to get into the drawer. And, these challenging things when you're moving. But like I say, of course, I didn't interact with another person that way, but we all get to these challenging situations. Life puts us in these challenging situations, and we sometimes let go and forget about this divine love within us, and we don't always act appropriately. And then that brings this disharmony to our body, mind, and spirit. But yeah, these things, they cause this disharmony in our life. So many times, our lives are out of harmony, they're out of balance, they're out of focus, and we don't understand why, and we really just need to reorganize, look in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm not expressing divine love. So all these things are out of His harmony. So I need to get myself back to being this person. I need to express divine love and know that divine love is with me and within me. I'm getting my divine love from God, and I need to be showing my divine love. As we say a lot in the New Thought Faith, the Christ in me greets the Christ in you. We need to strive to be the perfectly centered, Christ-like people so that our lives and our bodies, our minds, and our spirits can stay in the absolute perfect harmony. So as you're going through the week, as you're going through your chores and your different work events, ask yourself, do I turn to the divine love that's with me and within me? It's with us and it's within us at all times, in every circumstance, in every situation. No matter how poorly your drawer falls apart during your move, or if your neighbor is blocking your driveway, or somebody's cutting in front of you at the supermarket, remember that divine love is with you, God is with you, and it's within you to give and forgive and overlook some slights, because at the end of the day, they're possibly not that important, even though they're momentarily irritating, because that aggravation and that stuff that we put out there, it puts us out of harmony. So the good news is that God is a constant presence with and within all of us, our source to turn to for all of our needs. And this presence is divine love. So this divine love is God, which is with us all the time and within us. And when we feel our body, our heart, and our mind in need of restoration, we can turn to this divine love with us and within us. So when we feel out of harmony, we need that restoration, turn within. Know that that divine love is with us and within us. And if we exhibit that divine love at all times, then we can keep these things in harmony for us. So remember that as you're going through the week. Turn to the divine love that's with you and within you in all circumstances and all situations. And that is the power you need to be restoring your body, mind, and spirit in all circumstances and all situations.